Yo, man, what it is and what it ain't, man. It's your boy BL Ratchet, man, back again. We are Florida Podcast, man. I told y'all 2025 we're popping out with the biggest and the best. And then, listen, man, we got a big guest today, man. A special guest. Who we got with us?
DJ Shurefire. Call the fire department.
Call the fire department. Mr. Fire Department. What's up with you today, my boy?
Man, we're just vibing, man. Everything Gucci.
Everything Gucci, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? We know each other, but we gotta, introduce
Let the people know.
Where you from, bro?
And I'm from St. Pete, Florida, man.
Okay, St. Pete, Florida.
727, baby.
727 in the building, you feel me? How it was growing up out there for you?
Man, it was cool, man. Everything was everything out there for real. Like, it's kind of like one of them places you can do whatever it is that you really got your mind on doing.
Okay. Well, let's rewind just a little bit back, you feel me? You could do everything, but before you knew you could do everything, what you was
as a kid,
into?
still. Even as a kid, all right, so it's set up like it's a real nice looking place. You feel me? It's a real beautiful city. You feel me? But like you go one street over, it's the hood. You know what I'm saying? You go another street over, you might be by some water and there's boats and all that kind of stuff going around.
Shit,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can and then you go downtown, it's artsy. You feel me? It's paint everywhere. You know what I mean? People doing all kind of museums and all that kind of stuff. So it's really one of them places like you could if you could figure it out and see it for what it is, which I saw at early age. I was one of them bad kids. You feel me? So I saw, hey, damn, if I could just get over there, I could do something that I can't do over here.
But you can't do over here because them niggas over there got a boat. They got a little Honda.
You feel me? I got to figure out how to be friends with them over there right quick.
Yeah.
All right. And then, bring the information back. Hey, look, if we, I'm going to ask them if you can come with me. Sometimes it was yes, sometimes it was no. That's how I was able to include my friends in a lot of stuff.
For sure. So a lot of people know, well, damn near everybody know your name in this area. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people know your name, bro. And you kind of been like, you been DJing for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a teenager, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get my foot in the door just with this music shit, bro. But, like, kind of tell us, like, your story, bro. How you even got into this music thing, you know what I'm saying? Was you making music before you start DJing? Like, what it was, bro? How you got into this music thing?
Okay, so really how I got into the music was, like, my dad really was big on music, you feel me? My pops was. He was a DJ in college. And I didn't know that until I took interest in doing it like this. But, so he would always play different styles of music. I used to be like, man, why you got that music on with the funny horns talking about jazz, you know what I mean? And listening to people like Ella Fitzgerald and them type of people in there, old school. People like Anita Baker and Luther Vandross. And so music was always just around. They had record players. My dad was like the first one in the family to buy a CD player. You know what I mean? And this before they even made CDs. Like, he had a CD player. They were like, what the hell you finna play on this? He's like, watch, everything finna go here. So, just being, a student, I learned, you feel me? And then one day, I was watching the Grammys with my mom, and they advertised a camp, you feel me? And I was like, dang, Ma, I want to go to that. She was like, all right, cool, whatever, you know what I mean? But she actually looked into the information and showed me a packet about this here thick. It was like, this is what you really want to do. This is what it's going to take. So I read the whole thing. Was like, all right, boom, I got to write an essay. I got to do videos, you know what I mean? Just showing that I could DJ, whatever. And send them in. So I started going to this studio called Bam Bam Productions. Shout out to Clarence Skinner. He taught me how to make my first beat, taught me how to produce. This was just kind of getting me ready to deal with that level of stuff, because you can't just write the essay and then you get in. It was like 75 kids they selected, and I was one of 3 in Florida, and I think I was about the only one out the DJ program that went on to actually do something with it. So I got into the situation, and that's where it took off from. I was like 14 years old.
Okay. So you didn't touch down with music early, like 14, and went to, what they say, band camp.
Grammy camp.
Yeah, Grammy
the
camp.
Grammy Foundation's camp in L.A.
But that's crazy, though. So you, like a kid, you flew from here to L.A.
Yeah. I got to go.
Okay. But, like, your you know how they'll have them kids and they be like, your parents don't kind of even know what you talking about or believing in your dreams, but your mama kind of like believed in your dreams first quarter.
Yeah, it wasn't really first quarter. She just saw I wasn't really like paying attention in school and doing little dumb
So
stuff.
she had to figure something
Cause
else
I was
that
always
you could
smart.
Okay.
So, but I just couldn't like I can't focus on that kind of stuff. It was boring to me. So I would tell her like I don't want to be no engineer. I had got in the CAT program at Lakewood. I ain't want to be there. They acted a certain way, you know what I mean, towards the black kids that was there, which it wasn't very many of.
Okay.
So I wasn't one of them type kids that's just like, okay, I'm gonna beat them by, you know, being successful at it. I was like, I'm finna get kicked about this bitch.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? People go through that all the time, though. It be like, you gotta just, them kids, they gonna be somebody, though. But
Yeah.
they just gotta figure out what they gonna be. You get what I'm saying?
So when I told her I wanted to do music, she just was like, I could tell you serious about it.
Okay. So you come back from Grammy camp. Now what's the next step? Like, where we at now?
Now I feel like I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I done got this game like on a whole nother level. So I come back and I, you know, get my business cards together, and start trying to, of course, book your friends. That's how you get that. Hey, let me do your party. Let me do your party. So this girl named L'Oreal Hill, her parents booked me to do her party. I've been going to school with her from like elementary school on up. So her parents booked me to do her party. And it worked out. It did real good. And I got booked for it was a quince, it was a Spanish party. That was my second gig.
One of them quinceañeras.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my second party. Rocked that. And then just kind of kept going with it. And I threw my 16th birthday party. And when that bit packed out, that's when people was like, oh, shit, he can DJ for real.
So you threw your own 16th birthday party? Okay.
I was on punishment. So I wasn't even supposed to have no party. But then my mama was like, last minute was like, hey, I got a building. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, shout to Natalie. You know what I mean? She went to Bogey. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't even know how this came together. We just kind of threw the party together. It was an Aries bash, and we went crazy.
Swinging.
I'm talking about dumb, bro.
Okay. So how did you get introduced to, you know, wanting to work with artists and getting in the clubs and stuff like that? Because, you know, not even trying to fast forward, but when the mixtape game came, shit, you was already on it. Like, I don't know how early you was on it, but you was already on it, like, for this area. You get what I'm saying? This area wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got on it to where it's like, all right, we dropping mixtapes and shit like that. How did all that come about?
Well, that come from actually knowing hip-hop for real. Like,
Okay.
you want to be a DJ and you say you really care about this, you go and learn the people that did it before you. So I noticed all the bigger DJs, you know what I mean, the Kid Capri's, the Funk Master Flex, the DJ Clues, the DJ Dramas, all these people were known with an artist, even Jazzy Jeff. They were all known for coming up with an artist. They had the DJ, who, you know, usually at that time was a producer, but also a cut in the clubs. That's how you promote the song and people get to know it. They come up with an artist. They got their exclusive artist that they deal with. So for me, that was Smooth and Famous Kid Brick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we came together real young, you know what I mean, and put something together that was crazy for the area.
But how did you meet Famous Kid Brick?
I knew Brick already just from being in the city. Brick was already.
Before he dropped them on it?
Before he was even thinking about rapping.
Okay.
Like, that was just Brick. Brick was good at basketball. Brick was cool. Niggas used to meet up at the movies and shit, like, you know, with Jays and, you know how young nigga shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, oh, yeah, you got them bitches, hell yeah. Like, that's just how it was. You know, I was already cool with Brick. And Smooth, I reached out to Smooth on MySpace when I heard one of his songs. He was already putting out music with one of our homeboys, Corey Bolden. And I was like, hey, bro, you got that shit, bro. I think I can help you, you feel me? Like, getting on, because he wasn't from St. Pete.
Okay. How did you get into the clubs, though?
The clubs came from just working.
Working?
You know, doing the shit around the area.
Would you consider yourself, though, as a party starter, though?
Maybe at one point. Now I'm just a good DJ. I
Just
feel
a
like
good DJ.
I'm a vibe curator, as I like to call it. You feel me? Like, I find the vibe in the room. You know what I mean? If it's that one person I can get, you know, they knee rocking, we started somewhere. We going somewhere. You feel me?
For sure. So let's talk a little bit about the mixtape era, though, bro. Like, Mixtape era was a whole different. You feel me? Before
Yeah,
this streaming shit, before like you can just go digital and all this that the people that we paying for all this like
yeah,
marketing now. You was around when it was guerrilla street welfare marketing, bro, where y'all
yeah.
was hanging up everything, and it was a whole different.
Different world, yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
So like, how do you think about from? What do you think about the times changing, basically?
I like it, but I hate it at the same time. So in the mixtape era, like I said, I looked up to a lot of them guys before me.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to their tapes and hear what they was doing wrong or if it was just perfect. So I wanted to add my sauce in there. When I ran into DJ Smalls, I think it was at Club Underground. I was like 18, and I had been making like my own little projects and shit, but that's when I got introduced to like mainstream mixtapes. Was when I got down with Southern Smoke, because they were like number 2, number 3 mixtape situation in the game at the time. So, yeah, Smalls was like, "Hey, I want to work with you." Blah blah blah. What's funny about that is I had called him a year before he called me and was like, "Hey, bro, I think you need a DJ on your team, XYZ." And he was like, "Nah, I'm good." In my mind, I ain't take it as, oh, fuck Smalls. It was like, okay, I got to work a little harder.
Yeah, just don't get discouraged. That's
You
why I
feel me?
tell a lot of people now, but don't get discouraged.
So I kept on putting my work out. He see me DJ live at a Yo Gotti concert, and boom, I got down with him. I went from doing like 1 mixtape a month to like 6 mixtapes a week. It was crazy because you got the independent like hostings, like the things you do for the things you do for like independent artists, and then you got like compilation tapes.
The shit that you want to do, kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So where was you posting these at? Like what platforms?
Live mixtapes, my mixtapes, Spinrilla. Honestly, it grew legs. I would really only drop it on my mixtapes and live mixtapes, and everywhere else just picked it up. It'll be like 350 sites at the time. This before like the copyright laws were so stringent. Like they done took every page I done had. Like I done got cease and desist letters. I done got all kind of shit behind dropping that music.
Yeah, dropping that music. For sure. But what you saying, like 350 sites, just imagine if these kids right now have to go through 350 sites just to find their favorite artist.
You didn't have to. That was the point. You only had to pick one of them 350.
Yeah, but sometimes though, now where they got it, where you go on like the United Masters and all this stuff, where they posting to all those different platforms. Back then, you gotta post your shit on every single platform though.
Yeah, you got to do it that way, but that's what distribution's for.
Yeah.
You can upload it yourself. People don't realize you can go in there and upload your music pretty much yourself. As long as you got your paperwork together, it'll go through. But how much time do that take? Distribution, they got this on a button. It's just boop. Everything goes everywhere.
It take a lot.
So we had that kind of set up with the mixtape game to where we drop it and go. Okay. And that's how we would break a lot of the artists that we was able to break. And people don't realize that was a time to be alive. Like you see the music, like you get the music, you hear the music, and everybody else in the world is listening to that same song at the same time.
For sure.
You ain't saying this person better. You ain't saying this person sound like this person. What you hear is what you get.
Yep. And if you that person on the front of live mixtapes or my mixtapes, like that
you was
front
the
page,
GOAT.
you that boy.
Yeah.
Or that girl. You feel me?
For like, real. You was the shit for whatever time period you had that box locked down. And it was just fair game for everybody.
For sure. And then speaking on, like you knowing the business and the artists that's trying to reach out to you, so they like, hey, Shurefire, how the fuck I can get on, my mixtape, so I get on your tape. How was you kind of doing it? Like, was you, charging the artist to come on?
Yeah, for sure. Because, we invest first. You know what I mean? We gonna go to the studio like a rapper. We gonna get our cover art done. We gonna have to grease the wheel as far as these sites go, because they not finna upload us and give us any type of promotion for free. They might give us a discount on it, but they not finna do it for free. So we got to get that going before we go ahead and put it out there and say, hey, I'm charging this much for a slot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the slots were a lot more expensive back then because it just costed a lot more to do.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like I think front page of my mixtapes was like $4,000 for the big box, $1,000 for the first box, $700 for the next box, and it just kept on going down like that. That's per day. You know what I'm saying? and I'll be up there for a week or two at a time. So some of these artists that be like, oh, yeah, I paid this much. I'll be like, man, you don't even know it really costed this much.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I came into play. That's where that middleman came into play. Like, nah, you ain't finna tax them like that. Give them this for this much. All right, they gonna give you $10,000 worth of stuff for $5.
Yeah. Basically, you helping out type shit.
That's what DJs is for real. Well, the older hip hop DJs. I'm not gonna say all DJs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I heard something online that said DJs was here just to break records, and you can't really just say that. You feel me?
You can't really say
But
that because
for the
some
record breaking
DJs,
DJs, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we
is a
was here
nigga
for.
everything.
Yeah, that's what we was here for.
That's what I said. Some niggas DJs is a nigga everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking on DJs, bro, what you think about people that DJ, well, that call themselves DJs, but that's not DJs?
I don't know what to say about it because I don't know what they is or what they've done in their past life. They might not be currently DJing. Like, they might not be a turntablist. You feel me? They might not be a club rocker. They might not be a promoting DJ. They might not be a party DJ. They might be a producer that used to do all of those things. So I don't judge nobody for putting DJ in front of their name, but also you got to be true to the craft if you going to do it. Because when people call you out, you can't get all hurt. Like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Like, y'all making it hard for the new people to come in. But it was hard for us for real. Like, it was real hard for me because I was a baby amongst all these beasts, especially in the Tampa Bay area. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sneaking in the club at 16, talk about, hey, let me get up there for 15 minutes. They don't have to go through that no more. They get on, they set their phone up, and boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Which, like I say, I salute it. It made it a lot easier. Honestly, it made it a little fair, to be real, because if you actually work it hard, you get a chance. But they just can't, like, I just don't feel like they can last the test of time because of how quick everybody come in and out.
For sure. What's some artists that you have DJ for, though?
Let's see, Rod Wave, Ynw Melly, Project Youngin, OTN Frenchie, currently 1900 Rugrat, and then like just shows in and out, Young Dolph, Gucci Mane, Yo Gotti, pretty much everybody as they was coming in and out of the city at one point.
Okay.
For probably about 5-year run, I was doing all the concerts.
For sure. Any arenas?
Yeah, for sure. We done did Emily, and then of course I just got off the Boss Man D-Lo tour, so we were doing it like that. Then we did Juice World Fest in Chicago. We just did Summer Smash Festival. We just did Summer Fest Festival in Milwaukee. It's been a bunch of them. Then back in the day, we had like Last Damn Show and Wild Splash. We used to be on those back in the day with Britt because I'm on it. Was at its peak.
Yup. That shit was at its peak, bro.
Like I said, I
Damn,
started
I
off with
miss
Britt.
Last Damn Show and Wild Splash, bro. I wish we can have them shits back, bro.
I swear.
You don't even know. We damn near on like one of the streets that Wild Splash. So
Yeah.
This bitch would have been swinging right now.
I feel like they're going to bring it back, but they had to die down for a second.
Yeah, man. They need to bring it back.
They had got watered down a little bit.
I feel like I got to go out down there and talk to their asses. Bro.
Hey, do
bring
that,
We
man.
Are Florida Fest in this bitch.
Hey, do that.
That's the goal, real shit.
You feel me?
For sure, bro. But what do you kind of think about, like, the new generation of, you know what I'm saying, rappers? Is it easier to, like, DJ them and, you know what I'm saying, be around them? Because, you know, like you said, bro, you came in the old game where you knew it was like this and it was like that. Now it's like this and this. You know what I'm saying?
I've just been good at being able to adapt. Like, I don't feel the rift. Like,
Okay.
I guess, like how people be like, oh, old people need to do this, young people need to do this. I don't feel hit by that. You know what I mean?
So
I understand everybody.
I'm finna say, let me ask you a question. Because somebody like Famous Kid Britt, you DJing for him over 10 years ago. You DJing for Melly. You know what I'm saying? Big difference. Same superstars, big difference with
Not really.
Not really, you don't think?
Not really.
That's what I'm saying. Break it down
It's
to
a
me.
frequency for real.
That's what I'm saying. Break it
like
down.
when you got that superstar, it's like Jits call it aura now. You
Right,
feel me?
aura.
When you got that, like everybody understand. Most times I don't even talk to them niggas about the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. I don't talk to 19 about the show that often. He'll tell me what songs he want. Every now and again he'll get an idea and be like, okay, I want to do this. Or the label might come in and say, hey, we got like how we had the Tommy Pickles situation come up. Hey,
Right.
can you play a little interlude before, we bring him out? Bet. but most times we vibe with each other. You know what I mean? And shout to Track, man, because Track been real good at like finding artists that have that already. Like when they get out there on that stage, they just, hey, look, you gotta look at me. Look at me. You feel me? And that's what you need to command the stage as an artist. A lot of artists get up there, yell, throw a bunch of threats out there, and be like, yeah, y'all better fuck with this shit. If they don't get crunk, oh, y'all sleep. Nah, you can't do it like that. It's a certain way you gotta maneuver. I'ma just watch you. If I can feed off your energy, we can work together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you bring the mood down at the club, like you want to cuss everybody out and say, fuck them niggas over there. Yeah, nah, bro. I can't, we can't really vibe like that.
For sure. I mean, what is the craziest thing that you done seen, though, like, as you been DJing at, like, you know, a big concert, though? Not arena, not clubs, just, like, arenas and festivals and shit.
Craziest.
Because it be mosh pits and all type of shit.
The mosh pits be lit, but I don't feel like that's the craziest thing I done seen. I'm trying to think of the craziest thing I done seen. I just be seeing, I just be seeing like how like the females be, like it kind of shocked me the first time, like to see a real superstar in action, and it's a totally different, like how they be like, hey, don't let this person come around your girl, just don't. It's really like that real. For real. Like,
it's real.
A dude walked up, he had his chick with him. Hey, Melly, I'm one of your biggest fans. Blah, 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 blah. Da, da, da. Hey, babe, take the picture. As soon as she handed his phone back, can I go with y'all?
Stargaze.
She handed that man his phone back, can I go with y'all? I was like, sheesh. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, and it's somebody that you look up to, you feel me? And it's not like bro did it, you feel me? She did that. So that's probably about the craziest thing, just seeing how people react to fame.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, speaking on, you know, Ynw Melly, like, he ain't been out here to do no shows, bro. He been locked up for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them long-gone cases that we just don't know what's going on in there, you know what I'm saying? Happen. But what do you know what I'm saying, how did you even become Melly DJ?
Track. Shout out to Track.
Shout out to Track. You know, how did y'all, you know what I'm saying, link and network? You know what I'm saying? How did you meet 100K Track?
Track is one of the people I call a master networker. And, like, I get Track a lot because I do the same thing. Like, you end up in rooms and you don't know how you got there. You know what I mean? And you talking to the right people. You know what I'm saying? So he called me. It was A3C weekend in Atlanta, and I was with the My Mixtapes situation, and so he called me like, hey bro, I need you to I'm trying to get my artist to perform XYZ. I'm like, it ain't gonna really work like that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, can you play my artist music? You feel me? I was like, it don't really work like that either. It's like a concert, literally back to back. We going, you know, artist for artist for artist. But, you know, I'm gonna get back, check it out, and I'm gonna call you if I like it. So I'm going through the music, Murder on My Mind in that bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Call that nigga back, hey bro, whatever you need from me, bro. Whatever. Bro, call me. You need a feature with somebody from the city. Whatever, bro. Whatever you need, bro. I feel like bro got it. He was like, damn, you think so? Bro, Jit got it. So he like, all right, bet. So then he was like, hey bro, he called me back a few months later, like, hey bro, we trying to put together Melly's first project. You know, Drew Film that had been making his lyric videos and all that kind of stuff. So this was while Melly was still in juvie. So we promoting them already before he even get out. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, who you want to work with? He was like, really? From down there? OTM Frenchie, Project Youngin, and Rod Wave is the people from the city that they wanted to work with. Easy. Because at that time, you know, they were younger. This is before they hit their situations. Bet. Get that done. I hit it back. He like, bro, you got this shit done, bro. Like, I can't even believe you got this shit done. When bro jump, you gonna be his DJ. I believed him. And then I think Lil B and John Wicks was on that project too.
Yeah, it was a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Gas in that.
You feel me? So, like, he kept his word. It wasn't just like a throw me to the side type situation. And then we did our first few shows. Me and Melly, like, I ain't gonna lie, I caught a vibe with Melly the first time I met him. I don't even really know how. That was my, like I ain't grow up with him kind of how it was with Brick. Like, I knew Brick, you know what I'm saying? I ain't Ynw Melly at all. We met in Orlando, at the his welcome home show, and Trap was like, "Hey, bro, y'all need to sound check." He was on us like a drill sergeant. Me and Melly looked at each other and bust out laughing. I don't know why. It wasn't shit funny for real. But we looked at Trap, was like, "Bro, we ain't finna rehearse, bro. Like, we don't really need to do that. Shit finna go how it's gonna go." He's like, "All right, if it go bad, that's on y'all." We rocked that bitch and we rocked we never had a bad show. Like, never.
Yeah, I don't think bro never had no bad shows, especially when he was performing. All his shows was lit. I seen a nigga perform 24K.
Yep.
And niggas don't even remember that. I remember that
I booked
night.
that show because niggas did, like,
I remember that night.
People was just like, not even believing that he was gonna be no star for real. Like him.
I remember that night.
That shit was lit.
Yeah, see, a lot of niggas don't remember that night, but I remember that
Yeah.
night. Melly was right here in Clearwater.
Yep.
For shit, so. But, bro, people like him, you know what I'm saying, and people like 1900 Rural Rat, you know what I'm saying, you around the 100K track them, bro, like, them type of people just being inspirational for you, like, how has that, like, changed your mental and your thought process just being from St. Pete, because it opened your eyes and opened your doors for a lot of other shit, you know?
It's a gift and a curse.
Okay.
You want it to be people from your city that you know, get to a certain level with. But, you know, I say that because, like, you want it to be, like you done help people that you know. And with bro, he was just, like, somebody that came into my life that just had genuine intentions to work with a nigga, you feel me? Like, hey, I been hearing your projects. I see what you do. I recognize it. You wish that, you know, your own home city would do that. You feel me? Be like, damn, bro, you want that same love that you get when you go out of town, get it back home. But that's also just the reality of the business. You don't never know who, kind of like how you tell artists, you never know who a person is. I could have just said, all right, bro, I'm going to play your shit and hung up the phone and never followed up. But that follow-up call changed my life for real. And this is before he was, like, you know, the 100K track with the Melly and all that. He was just somebody with a dream.
Yeah, somebody with a dream.
And I felt it. I'm like, hey, whatever I could do to help, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't make him at all. He already had Drew filmed it. You know what I'm saying? He already had his brother Mike Rose. He already had all these different people. But everybody just believed that he could do it. We all said, all right, bet we're going to put in that time with you. Because, you know, a lot of people say they support you, but they don't show it.
Nah, for sure. And it's real deal dream team around there, you feel me? Because, bro, like, bro done did it, bro done been successful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done did it, y'all done been successful at it, you feel me? It's like, bro really got a game plan, and I fuck with that shit because it's from Florida. You get what I'm saying? That shit just all the way Florida, bro. And I fuck with that shit. But, bro, like, what kind of music do you actually like? What do you like listening to?
I like it all, bro.
Yeah?
I ain't gonna cap. I'm weird.
Okay.
Like, I listen to it all, except for heavy metal.
Okay.
That's about the one thing that, and I understand it because you have to learn about it, but it's just nothing there's nothing that I'm going to get in my car and make me want to listen to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But pretty much everything else.
Okay.
Because everything has a derivative, you know what I mean, from certain things, and it all kind of intertwines. Like, I love classical music because it's really just basic instrumentation. I love classical music. I love jazz because it's just pure instrumentation. With, you know, sometimes you might add a little singing and add a little whatever to it. I love Latin music because how culturally inspiring it is. You know, they stick to like when I go around Latinos, they listen to Latin music. You know what I mean? When I go around Caribbean folk, they listen to the Caribbean music. So any music that isn't like Americanized, like pop, crossover type music, I pretty much love to dive into that because I learn more about where a lot of these songs that we got over here came from. And, you know, I learned how to produce that way as well with sampling and learning, okay, you can do a rendition of a song, but you got to get somebody else to play it. If you take it from them, you owe them.
Yep.
You feel me? So it teaches me each spot I go, like even learning how, like, the music over there, they didn't have a way to track it, how we got, like, the ISRC codes and things over here. At one point, they didn't have that over there yet. It wasn't established. So the music that they were listening to was just music that they had done recorded on whatever device. and it was with us. So you couldn't get it licensed over here. You couldn't sell it over here. Now they're starting to, make the world a little smaller. Technology taking over. Now they're starting to get a breakthrough. That's why you're seeing the emergence of Ampiano and Afro beats.
Yeah, Afro beats lit.
Like, it's going crazy, but it's been around. It's not new. They call it a new style. How is that new? You know what I mean? So I listen to pretty much everything, bro. Whatever I can get my hands on that can make me think.
Okay. Speaking on making you think, bro, do you read books?
Yeah, sometimes. I really listen to books more so than read them.
Listen to books? Okay. What kind of books do you be interested in, or what kind of, what you be reading or listening to?
Self-help books, more so than anything. Like, things that I read in periodicals, like, newsletters that come on the news on Apple. Things like that. I read a lot of short stories. A lot of things having to do with music, just learning about a person's life and upbringing. How to read through the smoke. Because I'll hear, like, the real story, and I'll be able to go back. It'll make me go read about it and be like, okay, what really happened? All right. They'll say this in the book, but what really happened is what the street's going, pretty much going to tell you.
So, we can't get off it before we talk about the St. Pete rap scene, bro. Like, what you kind of think about the St. Pete rap scene in the clubs, or kind of what's going on now in 2025 compared to back then, bro?
Damn, boy. This the part I didn't want to talk about. It's kind of slow right now for the city. Like, we got our people that's on, but like I always said, everybody got on and then started hating each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got the Wood Boy G's, we got the OMN T-Wees, we got Jimbo. We got a lot of people that actually done made it from the area, but the thing is, we could never really come together as one because of things that done transpired, whether it be in the street or just on the internet or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a little slow right now because we're trying to find some new stars, but they just don't understand the business side of things. They feel like, put it on the internet, tell everybody to go stream it, and it's on. But it don't really work like that, especially now.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel like, St. Pete can have another, talented rapper come from there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody got St. Pete. One of the places is full of talent. Like, it's full of talent, and you never can really say who's gonna be what that from down there. But I feel like everybody gotta educate themselves first. I feel like they're going backwards from where, I kind of helped bring it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, before me, it was DJ Wynn doing a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But we've been trying to educate as much as we could. But once people finally made it, nobody else kept the tradition going, and then they crucified the people that did try to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
they fried us up.
Shit, so they still doing it now.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
They talking to gatekeeping and shit and all that type of shit. But
heads, all type of,
I don't catch a lot of that, to be real. It might be directed towards me.
Yeah.
It might not. I don't feel like it was, because they see me try to do what I can to help them, and when I'm doing them a disservice, I stop.
You don't think people watching you being on 1900 Royal Rat DJ right now?
Oh yeah, they love it.
That's what I'm
saying. For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. They watching it.
They love it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm talking about the putting me on the broiler like they do the DJs.
Yeah.
I ain't one of them DJs that they be like, well, Shurefire he don't try to help nobody.
Did you see the DJs list?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. What you thought about that?
It was funny. But it's a list made by whatever from whoever, however they compile the data. I honestly don't be caring about the list. Cause I used to be on a lot of them, and I just wouldn't even entertain a lot. I wouldn't post it, like, because it don't mean anything in the end. None of this shit mean nothing for real. Like, they giving awards away to people that don't deserve it based off of participation. It's kind of like school. You feel me? Like, yeah, you might be smarter than that kid that got straight A's, but your grades don't reflect that. You know what I'm saying? You don't act, your conduct in class is just terrible. You ain't acting a certain way. So guess what? The accolades and the paperwork that go home, that's the kid that's going to get it. Same way they do like football and basketball and everything else. Like, oh yeah, we know Shador Sanders should have went first round, but because of how he does his extracurriculars, we're going to humble him. Well, try to humble him a little bit.
For sure. For sure.
type shit. So it be that type of shit going on.
For sure. So what's next for you, bro? I know you know what I'm saying? I know you say you want to get into this producing thing even more now, you know what I'm saying? And putting more tapes out and everything else, bro. But, like, let's hear it from you, though. Like, what's next?
Definitely more production. I've been, stacking my catalog up with that. I'm teaming up with one of my partners, shout to Esto from Justice League. His son Taj, man. That's my boy, man. I done watched bro like grow into a real deal artist, producer, and all around businessman when it comes down to doing the music business. And he young, you know what I mean? So me and bro gonna do some collab shit. My boy Rod the God, me and bro gonna do some collab shit, you feel me?
Okay.
He done jump, you feel me? When Smoothie get out, it's all the way up. Then I get my engineer back. Like, people don't know my engineer been locked up. He called 8, you feel me? So when Melly, bro was gone, I was really on some, like, I don't know what I'm finna do. Like, my team pretty much locked up, you know what I mean? But now that everybody's starting to come home and everything coming to a head, definitely a lot more production. You'll hear me on a lot of different little things that you're gonna be like, damn, Shurefire did that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely more shows with 19. When Melly get out, I'm still his DJ, of course. So shows with Melly, you know what I mean? Free Melly. Shit. And anything else that might come, I don't really limit my options on what I can do.
For sure.
And then look out for the Killing Them in the Streets Resurrection mixtape coming. It'll be in probably the next 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean? Dropping on live mixtapes and bringing the mixtape game back down here just because I got A&Rs that call my phone and they watch my Instagram. I got presidents of labels that call my phone and watch my Instagram. I have these different people now listening like, all right, Shurefire, what you got? So I'm trying to, bring it back to the area, but not limited to the area, though. It's for everybody.
For sure. So what's some advice that you can give to an up-and-coming DJ or up-and-coming producer, you know what I'm saying, that's just trying to get into the game or get their feet wet?
Handle your business. Get your paperwork together. Everything you think ain't a big deal is a bigger deal than, like, you ever can imagine. I lost a shit ton of money in this game before I made any because I didn't have my paperwork together. I didn't put people on contracts. I didn't make people stand on what they said by way of paperwork. Like, you know what I mean? You can't handle it street in the music business. Like, it'll get you, like, backwards results. Like, you know what I mean? In the hood, yeah, being tough, it'll get you points. In the business, they vote you off the island fast. So definitely handle your paperwork, you know what I mean? Make sure you educate yourself on how to collect your money. And stay with your same team. You know what I mean? I know that a lot of this stuff seemed better, you know me, trying to work with these bigger artists and link up with their promoters and network with those people. You might be able to do business with them people, but don't try to team up with those people because they don't have your best interest at mind. Some people are going to be liabilities, so you do have to have that mindset the way you got to cut them off and, you know what I mean, you can't bring them with you in that part of the journey. But, you know what I'm saying, just really it's all about the business for real. And the rest of it going to come. Girls, that's going to come. You'll be able to buy 1 million bottles if you actually get your money. You know what I mean? The DJs, get with an artist. You know what I'm saying? That's my best advice. Get with an artist. If you're that type of DJ, if you're going to be a club DJ, actually, entertain the crowd. You know what I mean? Because there's different kind of DJs. Like I said, it's not just mixtape, record breaker DJs. It's entertainers. You know what I mean? It's corporate event DJs. It's whatever. So just make sure you're entertaining whoever it is and stay true to yourself. Do what you like to do. Don't let nobody tell you what you need to be doing with your time.
For sure. Did you see what some of the DJs start doing, like, on YouTube? Like,
I don't really watch a lot of
like
that
a
kind
DJ
of
mix, making
Yeah,
a DJ mix.
yeah, for sure.
Would you do one of those?
That's basically what a mixtape is.
Okay,
it's
but I'm saying, like, streaming yourself, though, like, doing it. You get
I would do it.
Because I'm just saying, for you getting into, like, what's going on now, the streaming, you stream the mixes, all your mixes that you want to put out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would do it. It's cool, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm kind of old school.
I know, that's why
I'm kind of old school, so it's like, yeah, I would do it because it's whatever.
Yeah,
but
because I get on YouTube and I type it like a young boy mixing, and I see a DJ and I just listen to how he mixing everything or whatever. But yeah, I like fucking
Oh yeah, they go
Millions
crazy.
views
Yeah,
on that
they
bitch,
go
you feel
crazy.
me? It be shit like that going on, so you know. But bro, is it anything that you want to tell your fans before we get off here? Anything new you got coming out? Anything new tour dates? Anything like a, you know?
I just want to say shout out 1900 Rug Rap for making double XL freshman cover. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
You know what I mean? Let's see. Shout out 100K Trap for believing in me still all these years later. Free Smoothie Bands, you know what I'm saying? Ride the God Home. Free Melly. Killing Them in the Streets, Resurrection coming out soon. Shout out We Are Florida Podcast. And I just want to shout out everybody that's been supporting me over the years, you know what I mean? It's been about 20 years, you know what I mean? Man, I'm still around, still relevant, still doing my thing, and I owe that to y'all and God, you feel me? Like, that's just really what it come down to. And I appreciate y'all and keep supporting me. And follow me on the gram. I don't do much on TikTok. The gram is really where I like to be at. So at DJ SHUREFIRE.
For sure, bro. And if don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, give your flowers, bro, I'm going to give your flowers right here on the podcast, bro, because I done seen, you know what I'm saying, and seen this shit. Like, even before I started paying attention to the music scene, like, I knew you was already there. You feel me? Because I've been hearing your name and shit. But
I appreciate that, bro.
I'm glad that you still doing this shit 10 years later now. You feel me? Even 10 years from now, you still, you know, just give me your flowers, bro. You one of the ones
y'all
from
keep
my
me
area.
going, though. The artists is what keep me going, and that's why I encourage a lot of DJs to break artists.
For
like,
sure.
It don't have to be rappers. You know what I mean? It could be the next big techno artist. Whoever it is, find you an artist, break that record, be known for breaking that record or that artist, and go up with it. Use it to your advantage.
Yeah, bro, because I be inspired by little things, bro, and that's why I say I got to give you flowers. You always been one of the ones that like, hell yeah, bro, I fuck with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Most definitely, bro.
Yeah.
With that being said, shout out We Are Florida Podcast. We tapping in and tapping out, man. Let's ride.
Yeah.